Often we are troubled by the thoughts from the past, out of guilt perhaps, some unresolved matters that they pop up in our minds. And often things that we have not completed, they haunt us during meditation. Today, I want to talk about a very fundamental idea, meditation on the heart. Why do we do that? What are its benefits? I want to share my ideas on this topic from a physical, mental, and spiritual standpoint. All the benefits when we meditate with an idea of the presence of source of divine light in the heart. To be born as a human does not automatically make us human, isn't it? Rather, it gives us the possibility to become a fully human. Having become fully human, we gain new potential. We can go further and become divinized. So, from animal humans, we have the possibility to become humans, and then divine human beings. Now, what do we do when we meditate with the Heartfulness system? We bring our awareness to the heart. We gradually flow into a single stream of thought, thinking of the presence of light. Now it begins to transform into feelings. And we begin to find a calmness, a stillness, and it transcends into further states of whatever comes in the form of flourishing consciousness. In the United States, a group of researchers studied the benefits of meditation on the heart on a high-stress group, that of doctors and nurses. Medical profession is demanding, and in the times of pandemic, our frontline workers have been stressed to the limits. The research team set out with the goal to study if heartfulness meditation done with pranahuti on the heart can reduce burnout. When they published the results, it showed that heartfulness meditation with pranahuti indeed helped the doctors and nurses alleviate burnout. Their sense of well-being, compassion, empathy, all these measures improved statistically. In another study done on the patient suffering from insomnia, heartfulness meditation done with pranahuti on the heart was found to be extremely beneficial. Now we all know that if we spend a night wrestling with the pillow, next day we are irritable, distracted, and tired. Think of people who can't sleep night after night. Life is very challenging. Their lifestyle is affected, and many other physiological problems do occur. When these patients meditated with pranahuti each night before going to sleep, they reported that their sleep quality improved. So meditation does help in many ways. Meditation, to me, it's like a vaccination. It's preventive. Once depression starts, once anxiety starts, once the stress begins, and let us say you meditate. We tend to meditate, but then instead of meditating on the divine light or sublime love in your heart, you'll focus more on what is on your mind at that moment. See, and that can spoil the entire meditation. Best is not to struggle with these thoughts. They come for a reason, though. They come definitely for a reason. But during meditation, if thoughts do arise, don't fight with them. The moment you pay attention to them, they draw energy from you and they become even stronger. So at that time, gently remind yourself that at the moment I am meditating on the presence of divine light. So I urge you all, those who are meditating, please make your practice such a rich phenomena. make sure that you grow spiritually. And those who are not meditating, I encourage you, I assure you also, from day one, from the first meditation itself, you will see perceptible change in your feelings, in your thought process. And overall, the awareness of yourself will definitely change right from the very first sitting, and that I assure you of.
In meditation, what do we receive? We receive spiritual energy, transmission, divine energy, transmission. It flows all through our body. It reaches every cell of our being. It cleanses us, it purifies us, and later on, we consume something against the very nature, the nature that we develop every single day, which is changing every time. My inner basic nature keeps changing every day as I meditate. What does meditation do actually? It heightens our awareness. It heightens our consciousness. It constantly reminds us. And we have to follow those dictums that arises from our heart. That's all there is. Then we won't have stress. If you start liking it, it's like addiction. If meditation can become addiction, we'll be liberated.
The main problem with meditation, which we all face one time or the other, the biggest problem, people often complain about thoughts during meditation. Thoughts are always arising in the mind, and this becomes very noticeable during meditation. My guide used to say, just as eyes are to see, ears are to hear, nose is to smell, tongue is to taste, and so is mind to think. So when we try to suppress the very nature of mind, which is to think, we are going against nature. Then what is the solution? Solution is this. We need to regulate the mind. We need to train our mind in such a way so that it rests on those ideas, those thoughts, those subjectivity, so that we can dive deeper into those subjects only without being deviated into other. But in true meditation, we transcend beyond thoughts actually. When we realize this, how to transcend beyond thoughts, moving away from thinking apparatus and try to activate the heart and try to feel the very essence of that object of meditation, then that meditation is successful. In a rightful meditation, when it is so effective, one will be able to deduce from daily experiences that yes, even though the meditation may have been turbulent because of thoughts, yet a right meditation would result in shift in consciousness. See how your consciousness was before starting meditation. And after meditating for 20 minutes, 30 minutes with the help of this transmission, despite of turbulent meditation, you will often see that the result of this meditation was so refined. There is absolute refinement within, there is so much of subtleness within. Often we are troubled by the thoughts from the past, out of guilt perhaps, some unresolved matters that they pop up in our minds. And often things that we have not completed, they haunt us during meditation. We see that during our daily activities. Someone calls from home that please bring milk on your way from supermarket. And by the time we are going to bed at 10 p.m. or 10:30 p.m., suddenly you realize, I forgot the milk. Before going to sleep also, many things that we remember are related to unfinished tasks, something that we missed out on. So, When such thoughts do arise during meditation, should we get disturbed because it reminds us of our duty? No. Let it come, make a mental note of it, and revert back to this noble process of attending to presence of divine light in the heart. Let transmission do its job. When thoughts do arise, instead of fighting with them, instead of struggling, it would be nice if we gently remind ourselves that I am meditating on divine light present in my heart. If you go on paying attention to thoughts like the way you would pay attention to a barking dog, it's not going to help us. You have to keep on moving gently and softly, remaining unmindful of things around us. Be compassionate towards yourself. Let them arise. They will drop off when you ignore them. But ignoring them in a very passive way. Trying to ignore it, oh, I will not think of this, I will not think of this, it's not going to happen. Often things we try to evade from comes back. I'd like to share with you a beautiful story I heard about a little boy who served his guru for years with the hope that one day his guru will teach him how to fly like a bird. Guru had tempted him to do so, that when you are 15, on the full moon night on your birthday, I will teach you how to meditate. Meditate in such a way that after meditation you will be able to fly like a bird. So that fine day came one day, and boy was very excited, goes to his guru and says, I am ready. Please teach me how to fly like a bird. So guru tells him, I will teach you a method of meditation. You go home, take a shower, wear clean clothes, and sit for meditation. But during meditation, don't think of monkeys. And there you go. On his way, he was very happy. I will not think of monkeys. How can I think of monkeys? I've never seen monkeys in my life. So there is no way I'm going to think of monkeys. So he goes home playing with this, how to ignore the thoughts of monkeys. And just when he's about to start at midnight, when the full moon is over his head, and so much of hope he tries to meditate, suddenly he remembers Guruji said, please don't think of monkeys. And there it go. He's full of monkeys in his mind. The things we try to avoid generally pops up again and again. Best is not to pay attention. We have to understand why thoughts come during meditation, especially. It is not that we were not thinking other times or thoughts were not coming during other moments. They are always there. But during meditation, we become cognizant of it. Secondly, when the thoughts are there during other activities, they come, but we are busy doing so many other things. We are watching things and not paying attention to inner consciousness. So, thoughts, though they do arise, but they go unnoticed in our conscious mind. When we meditate, now you are face to face with your own consciousness. Your mirror, you're looking at yourself. And it's difficult to evade from this, especially during meditation. And all kinds of thoughts would come, especially negative thoughts, something that you did wrongly, something that makes you feel ashamed, sometimes guilty. Very rarely, some noble thoughts may arise. But whatever be the thoughts, good or bad, any distraction, I think, disturbs our meditation.